Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I've got a review of the upcoming short story collection from Mike Thorne. I believe this is coming out October 29th, but this is called Peel Back and See. Alright, Mike sent me an advanced review copy of this to read and review. Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate that. Alright, so what I usually do with short story collections is, because I don't want to go through every single story, I'll let you know the ones I kind of like or didn't like or whatever. Off the bat, I'm giving this 4 stars. Okay? But usually what I do is I pick 3 short stories that resonated with me, that I had identified with or whatever. In other words, basically the 3 favorite short stories out of the collection. For this one, I've got 3 short stories that actually kind of tie into each other. Not really tightly, but still there is a connection to them. The first one is the first story in the book. It is called Havoc. And then further down, about the middle of the book, there's one called Deprimer. And then after that, the last story in the book is called Fade to White. And they deal with these, I believe, 2 individuals, 2 male individuals that are both suffering from depression. They are suffering from addiction issues. One of them is suffering from a porn addiction, tobacco addiction. I think he's got a few other addictions also. And he also is... It seems like he kind of has this thing where he kind of can see, not so much, I don't know if he can really see the future, but he can just see the end coming, all right? I identified with these stories because I do kind of have issues with depression. I have issues with anxiety. I do have, I don't want to say too much about myself. But I identify these, and yes, there is a horror element to these stories. I don't want to really spoil what that element is going to be, or what that element is with these 3 stories. But it's just kind of, I don't really know what to say. I'm not really sure how to do this. I told Mike when I was going to, I told him, I've been corresponding with him, and I told him, I said, you know what? I said, I'm really not sure what kind of review this is going to be. Because I'll admit, some of these stories, man, they actually went over my head. I kind of had to have Mike explain them to me, and then I'm like, oh, okay, all right, gotcha. A few of the stories didn't really resonate with me. One of them was called, let me find it on my phone here. Sorry about that, guys. One of them is called, let me see, Gorgoyama 2013. That one didn't necessarily resonate with me too well. It's about how people on the internet are not what they actually appear to be, and how that sort of thing. That one really didn't really do it for me. And there's one called Dreams of Lake Draka, and that one didn't really. It's a tale of kind of a ghostly tale of revenge. That one didn't necessarily do it for me either. Minnie McDonough Manor. Now, that one reminded me a bit of Hereditary. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because of the use of miniatures in the story. Also, I'm trying to find the one. Let me see. Yeah, Mr. Mukata's Final Request. That was a really cool one also. It's about this guy that he's afraid of when he dies, that he's going to go to hell. So he sets up all these spells and magic potions, or whatever you want to call it, to try to change that. And I don't want to say anything more about the story because it's got a really satisfying ending, because this guy's kind of a douchebag, okay? And I might have spoiled it a little bit for you. And then there's one that is just plain out fun, and is called The Furnace Room Mutant. That is as close to just fun horror as Mike gets with this story collection, okay? The other ones, man, like I said, what I'm really grateful for on this in this collection is there is a in the back. We can go to the back after you read the stories. There are author notes, and Mike was influenced by. If you read these, you will see he was influenced by so many different people with these stories, so many different things. He tells you flat out, and you'll spot some of them when you read them. There's references to Lovecraft, to Poe. He had references to Kathy Koja and the Cipher. He was influenced by Daphne du Maurier with Rebecca. Shirley Jackson, when We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I mean, like I said, if you notice the thumbnail, it says horror with a big damn brain. That is exactly what this is, man. This is not just a haunted house, vampire, werewolf horror, man. This is horror that makes you freaking think, all right? Like I said, I give this 4 stars, and this is, you know what, this is the best review that I can think of to give for this. But yeah, like I said, this is just horror with a damn brain. I mean, it wears its intelligence on its sleeve, but it's not only that, it's horror with heart, and it's horror with a soul. It's just absolutely damn good horror, all right? So I highly recommend this thing. I think the reason I'm not even really sure why I gave this 4 stars. I mean, well, there's a couple of stories I didn't care for. But yeah, 4 stars for Peel Back and See. I'm going to post this on Wednesday afternoon. Thank you guys for watching. Take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.